Hi, Ken Boyer from Garage Guru's Heavy Duty. Today we're going to demonstrate how to remove and install a spindle mounted seal. The first thing I want to do, I'll put my safety glasses on, is I want to talk about the proper method for removing this seal. Now most of the time if you got access you can do it with a hammer. You can get on the back side and you'll be able to hit that seal and knock it off. Now we've got the shoes removed, it's easy to get to here. I could even use a punch. I can get from the back side if there's room. I get on the back side of this seal and punch it off. I'm not going to use that today, but that's one of the ways I could do it. What you never want to do is to use a chisel, because if you drive a chisel into the seal and into the wear sleeve to get it off, you're more than likely going to damage the seal journal, and then you're going to be looking at trying to repair that damage so you can install a new seal. So you never want to use a chisel while installing or removing the wear sleeve or the old seal. So the way I want to do it now is to go ahead and use a hammer, and I'm going to go ahead and knock this seal off, and I'll just hit it around each side. So there I have it. I got the old seal off. It's damaged, it's no good. We'll obviously replace it. So the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and clean that spindle up. And we've previously talked about spindle preparation, but I just knocked the seal off, so I just want to make sure I didn't do any damage to anything, put any nicks anywhere. Everything looks real good. The next thing I want to do, I have a National Gold 38 series seal here. It's a spindle mounted seal. I want to go ahead and try it. So I'm going to slip it over the edge of onto the seal journal and make sure it fits. So I can get it on there and get it to set, so I know that's the proper seal for this particular spindle. And by the way, the seal does say oil side on it, and it also says spindle mount. So that way you're making sure you do have the proper seal to be installed. Even on the box shows you that it's a spindle mounted seal, and it gives you the tool number so you know what tool is necessary for installation. The tool itself has the number on it, obviously, so you make sure you have the proper tool for the seal installation, because the last thing you want to do is not get the seal installed properly. So the next steps I want to do with the spindle is to go ahead and lubricate it down. So I'm going to pour oil onto the bearing journals. I'm going to pour oil and get oil on the seal journal, and I want to make sure that that's lubricated real well. Okay, so that's all you want to do, just make sure it's got enough lubrication on it. The next thing I want to do is go ahead and install the new seal. So I can slip the seal on. I know I've got oil side, I want to face that out towards the hub. Put my safety glasses back on. Now I'm going to use a 3 to 5 pound hammer. Now you'll hear the tone change when the seal is seated. You heard the tone change. What you want to do is to make sure and just reach down and take a look at the seal journal, and just make sure that it's nice and smooth and it's not cocked over to one side or the other. This one looks real good, so we know the seal went on properly. Now the next thing that you want to do, and I've already previously lubricated, I've got a new bearing here. I've lubricated it already. You want to make sure that you never forget it, but it can be forgotten, to go ahead and slip the bearing on to the spindle, because your hub's got to go on next. And then one of the last things you want to do is to make sure that you get some oil and put some oil on the seal outside diameter. So I can get a little bit of lubrication, and I'll go ahead and lubricate the outside of the seal, and that way when you go and install the hub, it's lubricated. And then obviously I've got oil all over everything. I want to clean all this oil off the back side, because if the oil's on the back side and this truck gets inspected, it could easily be misdiagnosed as a seal leak. So you want to make sure that you get all this excess oil off the back side of the seal and off the axle housing. And that's how you install a spindle mounted seal. Thanks for watching, and for more heavy duty tech tips like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.